Ladies and gentlemen, Makolo Ndiazibale, buckle up because today on At Global Pulse News, we've got a political storm brewing, and trust me, you don't want to blink. So here's the scoop. Patricia Kaliati, yes, that woman who's never shy to stir the pot, has just been sworn into parliament, walked through those hallowed halls again, and in the same breath is demanding fresh answers on the plane crash that claimed Saulos Chilima. It's drama. It's accountability. It's Malawi politics at its rawest. So if you thought things were calm, well, you'd better sit on the edge of your seat. Let's dig into 10 facts you absolutely must know. And yes, we keep it real, keep it witty, keep it bold. Let's go. The first eye-catcher. Patricia Kaliati got her chance, big time. After being out of the limelight a bit, she has now officially stepped back into Parliament chamber, a move many thought might never happen. This is not just any ordinary return. We're talking about a political veteran resurfacing with swagger, saying, "Ready or not, here I am." For Mulanje West and for the country, it signals that she's not done yet. She walked in, took the oath, sat among new and old MPs and reminded us she's still in the game. In the Malawi political arena, comeback stories don't always go smoothly, but this one has the buzz. She's pointing to roads, water, education, saying, "I know what you voted for, now I'm here to deliver." And yes, she followed through with the formalities, pledging service. With that entree done, the question on everyone's lips is what's next? Transition to fact 2, and since she's back in Parliament, you'd better believe the next move matters. Here's what she's pressing. Kaliati wasted no time. One of her first moves as a sworn-in MP was to call for a fresh probe into the 10 June 2024 plane crash that claimed former Vice President Saulos Chilima and 8 others. This is not just political theatre. She is demanding accountability, saying the out there, everything's been buried, won't fly with her or Malawians. According to the public record, the prior commission found no foul play, but she argues that many still feel the truth hasn't been told. With this move, she's positioning herself as the watchdog, the one saying, "Hey, government, remember you're answerable." In a country where transparency often takes a back seat, her stamp on this agenda signals a louder voice. Politicians might shy away from such big-ticket demands, but not her. For the folks in Mulanje West and beyond, this tells them she's not just a seat warmer, she's ready to fight for serious issues. Transition to fact 3. And while she's chasing investigations, she's also promised some grassroots change. Let's see what she's aiming at on the ground. One of her priority promises, infrastructure and basic services for her people. In her early remarks after taking the oath, she pointed out that if Malawians woke up at 2 in the morning to vote, then MPs must wake up early to deliver. That kind of rhetoric may sound dramatic, but in Malawi it resonates. Roads full of potholes, taps running dry, children walking long distances to school. She's reminding the electorate that she knows the pain, and she's saying, "I'm going to fight for electricity, clean water, good roads, better schools." It's bold, it's direct, and yes, it's a little bit of the old school promise and deliver campaign chants, but coming from a veteran who's been around the block, it carries weight. For many people, this kind of promise has been made and broken before, so the challenge for Kaliati is to show she is for real. Transition to fact 4. But enough about infrastructure. Let's talk about the gender and representation angle she's bringing to the table. Kaliati's return also has significance for women's representation in Parliament. In the 2025 parliamentary elections, women's seats increased from 40 to 48 out of 229. Still far from parity, but a step forward. With someone like her stepping in, it sends a message that experience and female leadership remain relevant. She's been a minister, MP, teacher. She brings that full spectrum of background to the chamber. And for young women watching, her presence tells them, yes, you belong here too. On the flip side, critics may say, how much will this really change? But in Malawi politics, visibility matters. When someone like Kaliati stands up and says, "I will champion women, I will uplift voices," it sets a cultural tone. And given the gender issues often linger at the margins, her platform could push them into the spotlight. Transition to fact 5. But enough about representation, let's talk about her political pedigree and why her re-entry matters in the bigger game. Deep in her political DNA, Patricia Kaliati has been around for decades. She's held ministerial portfolios for information and tourism, gender, children and community development, and information and civic education. She's seen the campaigns, the backroom deals, the corridors of power. So when she walks into Parliament now, she doesn't walk in as a rookie. She walks in as someone who knows how the machine works and wants to tweak it. That combination of experience and new mandate gives her leverage. Allies may be watching, opponents may be wary, but the playing field just shifted. Her history means she's also got baggage, yes, controversies, but that doesn't seem to slow her down. For the Malawian voter, this comeback means the old guard is still active, for better or worse, and its presence has real implications for how Parliament engages with power, parties, and policy. Transition to Fact 6. And while she's experienced, she's not playing old school only, she's talking accountability and transparency. That brings us to fact number 6.
Transparency and oversight are front and center in her agenda. Her call for a fresh investigation into the Chilima plane crash isn't image management only. It's a signal that she intends to push for more openness in government. The previous inquiry recommended improvements in military aviation and safety protocols, but some Malawians remain unconvinced. Kaliati is basically saying, don't hide behind reports and foreign experts. We need answers here at home. That kind of stance resonates especially where ordinary citizens feel bypassed. In Parliament, oversight often gets soft-handled. She wants to sharpen it. She may face resistance from establishment forces, but the boldness of her move matters. It also raises the stakes for all MPs. Will they act as rubber stampers, or will they hold the executive to account? Kaliati appears to choose the latter. So, we've got service delivery promises, representation angles, experience and oversight. But what about party dynamics? That's our next point. Party politics and shifting alliances are part of the story. Kaliati is now part of the United Transformation Movement, UTM, in Parliament, and her re-election and appointment make her the party's parliamentary leader. That matters because being the leader gives her a platform and a voice beyond her constituency. It means she'll be shaping the agenda, not just responding. And in Malawi's multi-party environment, where coalitions, deals and deflections happen often, her role could become critical. It also means UTM has at least one high-profile figure driving its parliamentary side, which may intensify competition with other parties. For voters, it signals that UTM is serious about being more than a fringe player. For rivals, it means watch out. There's a seasoned operator now in the cockpit. But of course, no comeback is without risks. And here comes the risk factor. Risk factor, expectations and skepticism. Yes, she's back. Yes, she's promising. But the Malawi public is no fool. Promises have been broken. Performance has faltered. So, Kaliati steps into a minefield of expectation. Will she deliver? Will she rise above the partisan gridlock? Will she stay true to that accountability promise? The fact that she's calling out big issues like the plane crash shows guts, but also opens her to pushback. If she fails to follow through, critics will pounce. The electorate will watch budgets, projects, and spreads. And in a nation where citizens are hungry for service and frustrated with empty rhetoric, the bar is high. So this narrative is one of bold action, but also tightrope walking. For her, the comeback isn't just about returning, it's about re-earning trust. Speaking of trust and action, let's get into how this could impact governance and policy in real terms. Governance impact. With Kaliati's presence and agenda, we may see sharper policy debates in Parliament, particularly on education, health, infrastructure, and gender issues. Her earlier mention of free secondary education, for example, and grassroots service delivery implies she won't just be there to nod. The Malawi Parliament has often been criticized for being passive. This time, there is potential for more dynamic engagement. The question is, will sectors respond? Will ministries adjust? Will budgets reflect her pushes? For Mulanje West constituents and Malawians at large, this could mean tangible changes, repaired roads, functioning taps, and stronger oversight of public funds. The best part? If she succeeds, it sets a precedent. MPs aren't just seat fillers, they're service engines. That shift could re-energize democracy, accountability, and citizen trust. Finally, the bottom line. What this all means for Malawi's political future. The bottom line. Patricia Kaliati's return and agenda mark a renewed moment for Malawi's politics. It's not just one woman back in parliament. It's a sign that seasoned politicians intend to re-engage, that service delivery, accountability, and representation are being pushed hard, and that voters will continue to demand more from their leaders. For Malawi, this could be a turning point, or it could be another chapter of big talk and slow action. The difference will come down to the follow-through. For the electorate, it's time to watch, question, and push. For politicians like Kaliati, it's time to act. For the country, it's a challenge. Hold your leaders to their word. And for you, the viewer, it's an invitation. Stay alert, stay informed, and stay expectant, because Malawi's tomorrow is being shaped right now. All right, my people, if you enjoyed this breakdown, show your love. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss our deep dives here on @Global Pulse News. And don't just listen, comment below. What do you think Patricia Kaliati should prioritize? Roads, education, and transparency. We want to hear from you. Also, shout out to our sister channels, Sparkling Kids for the small ones and Rema Fatima for learning and fun. Let's grow together and be your voice as a family. Share this video, spread the word, and together we build a smarter Malawi. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay woke.